పరిశ్రమల శాఖ నేతృత్వంలో ఎగుమతి దిగుమతిదారులతో బుధవారం బిజినెస్ సమ్మిట్ జరిగింది. ఈ సమావేశంలో వ్యవసాయం, ఫుడ్ ప్రాసెసింగ్, టూరిజం, చేనేత, టెక్స్టైల్ తదితర రంగాల్లో అవకాశాల గురించి వివరించారు. ఒక జిల్లా ఒక ఉత్పత్తి కింద ఎగుమతి అవకాశాలపై చర్చ జరిగింది. ప్రత్యేక ఆకర్షణగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లోని ప్రముఖ ఉత్పత్తులను ప్రదర్శించారు. ఈ సమావేశంలో నార్వే, జర్మనీ దేశాల్లోని భారత రాయబారులు బి భాస్కర్, పి హరీష్తో పాటు పరిశ్రమల శాఖ డైరెక్టర్ జి సృజన, చేనేత జౌళి శాఖ ముఖ్య కార్యదర్శి కె సునీత, జానవనం, ఆహార శుద్ధి, వ్యవసాయం, మత్స్యశాఖ కార్యదర్శి చిరంజీవి చౌదరి, పర్యాటక విభాగం అథారిటీ సీఈఓ కె కన్నబాబు, ఏపీఈడీబీ సీఈఓ డైరెక్టర్ నారాయణ భరత్ గుప్తా, పంచాయతీరాజ్ శాఖ కార్యదర్శి కోనా శశిధర్ తదితరులు పాల్గొన్నారు.
Where we produced a list of 3 to 3.5 million mobile phones every month in the state of Andhra Pradesh, which get exported to different kinds of countries. And from contract perspective, contribution perspective, we do have 10% of the overall kind of production that comes from the state of Andhra Pradesh. And largely when it comes to the electronic manufacturing clusters, we are focusing on EMC areas in Tirupati as EMC 1 and 2 and YSR Kopati areas as well. Similarly, in pharmaceutical areas, we do have a pharmacy between Vizag and Chicago kind of areas where we can elevate that in a major way, and we actually produce a lot of generic medicine and at the same time medicine that's associated with export as well. So this could also be leveraged from.
I think yesterday you might have interacted with the collector and the loan officers there. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, as you're aware, these aspirational districts initiative is Prime Minister's initiative, and this is aiming at the transformation of the most underdeveloped districts across the country. There are 49 key performance indicators under the 5 broad socio-economic themes: health, nutrition, education, agriculture and water resources, as well as financial inclusion and skill development and infrastructure.
So just the scenario of existing horticulture in the last 1 decade. We are the largest producer of fruits in the country. Your state as a fruit and fish state, because you are the largest producer nationally and you are growing so fast. So that will be one maybe branding of this produce. So we have just given a brief, currently our produce, where all it is going and the volume and the value. Like chilies, banana, cashew, mango pulp. Mango pulp, again, you would be aware, Chittoor is the largest cluster of mango pulp in the country. We have more than 50 major industries with all kinds of pulp. Major work is on mango pulp, but then they also do guava, papaya, gooseberry and other products during the off season of the mango. So they work almost 9 months, and most of these are exported. Domestic consumption is there.
Farmers is with you, sir. So today we know a little bit too packed for today, but we thought we should take this opportunity to present to you the best things that we're doing around.
They go to this location, they see whether it is private land or waste land or government land, whether we can actually construct a new pond, or if there is an existing pond, if we can increase the capacity of the pond. So that's how we have done the identification planning, sir. Next is IEC and involvement of stakeholders. Now this entire program is around participatory management. IEC
or allocations and also making them ground and finally come around for incentives also. So the entire life cycle of the business environment is reflective through this ratings, and we've been consistently doing well in the country in terms of this. And we are 4th in terms of exports in the country, sir. Of course, you know it keeps changing every year. This year we are standing 4th, and we hope to improve at least 10% of our exports. We understand and acknowledge that we're largely primary product exporting state, which we want to slowly evolve into finished products and processed products, which is underway, sir. And In the Leeds logistic ratings, which was released last week by Government of India, we are rated one of the best achiever in terms of the logistical environment for exports and infrastructure in the country. You know, sir, we are one of the overwhelmingly higher direct benefit transfer champions of probably the country for sure and probably the world over, because there were some reports on which the amounts of direct benefit transfer and the impact it is creating on the lives and livelihoods of people has been noteworthy. So
today we have a lot of good weavers there, very, very artistic, and much more can be done here. Then we have the Venkatagiri, which is from Nellore, earlier Nellore, now it is in Tirupati. These are very famous cotton ones. They've also started Venkatagiri Paithani sarees, which are very today, popular today. And then the famous Mangalgiri. Mangalgiri is the cotton which is very famous. They've also had some silk also. There are also shalwars and other things which are going on here. Now to move on to the men's section, in the Produttur, that is in Kadapa, we have the Imperial silk shirting. It's so famous. The silk moves from Kadapa to Anantapur, Bangalore. And they use this silk from silk. It's also used in furnishings. And I remember there was a friend 19 years back, I was in India, furnishings in the Paris, this thing of France. And today there's a good domestic